So, what are the three things we need to do now? I say now, today, by the end of this week. So to avoid failing those New Year resolutions or solutions or intentions we are setting for ourselves. You know, in my previous work in the gym, still do fitness, but I remember in the gym, I'm not surprised when we are starting new year, new resolutions, we see a lot of clients in the gym for about 2-3 weeks max. Then guess what happens? Kind of slow goes down, and then by March, like, oh, where's everyone? And in fact, the statistics say 98% of us who set New Year resolutions or lose weight, it's one of the statistics that I'm picking from my health coach in school. In about next few weeks and months, 98% of us, quote unquote, fail. And again, word fail, I'm using also loosely, but just for the making the point. So what are the three things do we need to do now? By the way, before we move forward, I'm really curious, what are your either resolution or intention or goal? What are you setting for yourself as a kind of new way of, here's what I want to do next in my life? Do you have that? What is it? And do you have a plan for success? And if you don't, let's talk about it now. And if you do, let's reflect on it. What I'd love for us to do is set ourselves for success to avoid failing. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to look at my notes to stay nice and tight. So the thing number one is, this is again my personal vision, my personal reflection. And if you want more of this, by the way, one of the concepts or those concepts are described in detail in my power journal. You can use that for yourself. And this is actually described in my power journal as well. But here you go. Number one thing. See far, aim close. I had to look. How did I write that? See far, aim close. What do I mean by that? See far really means what is your long-term thing that you want. We often said as, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. Let's do it by March 8th, International Ladies' Day. But what is the long-term vision? I say it long-term why. You know, that why that makes you cry, the why that is like a motivation to get you up in the morning and do this fitness routine, drink more water, choose better eating choices, not going into the details of that, but really having that big long-term why. That's why this year I chose to talk about vision and values. It's not even about the goal setting. It's about knowing what my vision, what are my values, and then aiming short or aiming close, we are setting our goals that align with vision and values. And again, for goals and vision values, you can decide, okay, my why, is it at the end of my life? Is it 10 years, 5 years, 3 years? It doesn't really matter as long as it gets you going. So this is really, really important. And then aim close. So we see far, but then we aim close. Please set your 12-month vision, 12 months goals. Break them into 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, monthly, weekly, and daily. And the daily will look like, what is the one thing I need to do today as a needle mover? Brandon Burchard talks about the needle mover activity, especially around holidays. I was really present to that. Not much time to do anything, but what is the one thing? And if I do that, I actually still keep my needle moving forward. Okay, so much to say, but moving forward, short and sweet. Thing number two. So the thing number one, see far, aim close. Thing number two, find your tribe. Ask for help. It is so important. This was my thing where I just resisted. You know, I can do it. I know what to do. Who's here with me? I know what to do. In fact, I just heard it this morning. I know what to do. Am I doing it? If I'm not, please find your tribe. Please find the people whose your desired behavior is already a norm for them. From the book, I'm Accountable. Find those people who are already doing what you want to be doing. Again, statistics say when you do things by yourself, now in fact, setting your goals, having your vision, it's all you. It's really stated by you and it's generated by you. It's great for personal accountability. You succeed about 30% statistically. Don't ask me where I took that. It's been many years. I need to go and Google and find the statistics. When you join the tribe, you succeed 60% because you've got the community of like-minded people. They lead you forward to where you want to be. They're not going to say, oh, you've been good. Well, we will say that too. I call them freedom meal. But the long term, being on the train, we help each other to jump on the train and actually never get off the train. We can hang on the door, but the train's still going in the right direction. Word right, I'm using loosely. And when you join or when you have a one-on-one with a coach, like me, for example, you succeed 90%. That's huge. So the point here is find your tribe. Am I crooked? I'm seeing like certificates a little bit crooked. If you saw how my phone is held, it's pretty hilarious. Okay, next. Thing number 1, see far, aim close. Thing number 2, find your tribe. Let's talk about thing number 3. Anticipate failures. Anticipate failures. That's very encouraging. And if you don't talk about it, a failure comes and we're like, done, quote unquote, fail, give up, it doesn't work, not gonna do it, something else, too expensive, I am too busy, results are not showing up. This is basically a resistance. In my Power Journal, my program, we talk about the sabotage, resistance, obstacles, you name it, it's still the same thing. It comes from inside, it comes from circumstances, it comes from people. We need to anticipate, quote unquote, failure, anticipate resistance, if it's a better word to use. So how do I do that? I have 3 things here. Set your mindset. It's not a destination, it's a journey. Let's use baby steps. Goals are stepping stones. It's not about reaching the goal and whoop, then I'm happy. It's a stepping stones in development of our life. Be flexible. You know, sometimes we have this rigid plans, 3-5 days a week workouts, and if I can't, then I just give up. Be flexible. Find, I call this menu of options. Again, it's really well described in my Power Journal. Or you can join our club. That's where we tap into all this in our Power Club, which I didn't mention previously. We get together for weekly accountability calls and we talk about that and we break through resistance. We create action of plan. We recount to each other or recommit in our accountability calls. It's just like the best. That's where we develop a plan for our non-negotiables. We help each other in protecting our schedule, pretty much, protecting our mind so we can own this non-negotiable habits and actually therefore create the life that we want and fully live that life that we desire. Okay. Anticipate, set your mindset. In fact, one of the things, ladies and gentlemen, I do, the pockets of time I fill with personal development. It's a good term to use. Everybody understands that. Personal development, whatever. Book, YouTube, my YouTube videos, it doesn't matter. What are the pockets of times? I know we're busy. You don't have to sit and listen. If you send me the book, I don't read books. I listen when I go for a walk. For ladies, when you put your makeup on, hey, when you're getting dressed or transition from your bed to making coffee, it's about 5 minutes. Maybe you can listen to something. Washing dishes, mealtime, driving. There's so many pockets of times where I call it you can tap into another activity, which one activity is kind of mindless, washing dishes, and another one listening to something that fills up your mindset with a positive. It's like the fuel that helps you keep going. Okay, so we're still talking about anticipation. Set your mindset. Also prepare. That's why in my journal I daily ask a question. What might be an obstacle? What might be wrong? What might go wrong? What resistance might you have? Again, whatever question resonates with you. And the next answer will be, okay, what is the answer? What is my best self, or how is my best self going to handle that obstacle? Love these questions. They're like breakthrough questions. Okay. And last but not the least, in anticipation and really visualize. Visualization is very underrated. It's not woohoo, some kind of nonsense. It's actually helping our brain to start remembering future memories. We're building new neural pathways, and the brain will start helping us to see things, hear things, do things. Pay attention, and something comes to our mind in a quiet time, for example, that we weren't even thinking about, because visualization works when we do it regularly. Okay,